Hi, my name is Andy Johnson from Calumet Photographic, and we've been invited by Canon to come along to their head office at Reigate to take a look at some of the new products they're just about to release. So we're going to go through and show you what's new. So first up we have the Canon 5DS. This is not a replacement for the Canon 5D Mark III, but in fact it's going to complement it and sit somewhere in between the 5D Mark III and the 1DX. The most astonishing thing about this particular camera is the resolution. This is an astonishing 50 megapixels. And for a 35mm camera, that makes it the highest of any 35mm camera made on the market. So let's take a look at some of the additional features that Canon have added to this camera. This is now using the Digital 6 processor and has a frame rate of up to 5 frames a second, and really is intended for more studio-based photographers that are looking for high resolution, or indeed landscape photographers wanting higher resolution than the 22 megapixels that we would have seen on the Canon 5D Mark III. It's a full-frame 35mm sensor, exactly the same as the 5D Mark III, and in fact shares a lot of the same characteristics as the 5D Mark III in the sense that the body is exactly the same, with the same water sealing. Some of the small changes they've made, we now have a USB 3 output, and this is mainly down to the fact that obviously having a 50 megapixel sensor, we need a fast way of getting that data off, and using USB 2 just wouldn't be quick enough. So they've added that into there, and we'll show more details on that in a second. Quite a nice little feature that Canon have added to the camera is the quick menu buttons now. You can actually select key functions that you want to use on a regular basis and actually make them larger so that they're easy to identify. And you can actually move through the menu and change different settings so that they become the core ones that you're looking for. And again, it's quite nice if you're working quickly and want to be able to use the most common settings and access them without having to hunt around the menu system. So again, I think this is quite a nice little feature they've added. Okay. Canon have introduced two models of this camera. We have the 5DS and the 5DSR. And the difference between the two is that the 5DSR has two low-pass filters, effectively cancelling one another out, and effectively giving you the equivalent of not having a low-pass filter, thus enabling you to capture even more detail in the image, and is ideal for those people that are photographing products like food and other things where you want that detail, or indeed a landscape photographer where we're talking fine detail in branches, leaves, horizon, that sort of thing. Obviously this can have effects on moire, and so the choice is now between the two cameras. The camera has an ISO range that runs from 100 through to 6400 and can be expanded up to 12,800 ISO. Now for users of a 5D Mark III this may seem a little low, but we also have to consider the size of the pixel resolution that we've got within this camera. And for that reason, it's more aimed at studio photographers or indeed landscape photographers wanting the high resolution and not necessarily the low light capabilities that we have with the Mark III. If that's what you're looking for, then the Mark III is a perfect complementary camera to work with this for low light level use. Like all Canon EOS cameras now available, it has full HD movie recording facilities, similar to those found onto the 5D III. However, one of the things they have removed is the headphone socket, and this has been replaced by the USB 3 output, which again enables speed for downloading files. Another nice feature that they've added, and was missing from the 5D III, is the time-lapse mode. Whilst you can do time-lapse on a 5D III, one of the nice features on the 5DS and indeed the SR is the ability for it to create an automatic movie file directly from that time-lapse setting. So you can choose your start, end times, the number of frames that you want to cover, and it will automatically assemble into a movie file for you. And obviously this saves a lot of time when you're compiling stop frame into this. In summary, Canon have now launched a camera that fits in very nicely between the 5D Mark III and indeed the 1DX. At 50 megapixels, this makes it, as I said, one of the largest, or the largest, full-frame 35mm chip, and certainly now is encroaching on the medium format market when it comes to pixel mega size. The camera is ideally suited, I think, towards the landscape photographer, or indeed a studio photographer requiring extremely high resolution. And certainly Canon have offered this, and it's a very nice thing to see that they've been listening to what their customers have been asking them for some time. So I think we're going to, in summer, I think this camera is going to sell extremely well, and I certainly think it's going to be certainly of concern to the likes of the medium format manufacturers. Thank you.